Hey, welcome back to the channel, everyone. I just got home from attending the National in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm going to break this trip up into two parts. I don't want the videos to be too long. As I landed and went to the baggage claim, I was hit by PSA advertising. Found that to be interesting. Those signs were everywhere in the airport. I was able to catch a ride from the airport with Matt and his wonderful family, THA Card Story, The Card Story. Again from the airport, and we drove directly to the Cleveland Guardians Stadium where they were playing the Tigers. We were joined by Birthday Boy, also known as the Commish, Dave of Legends of the Dugout, and with him was Joe from Four Soft Corners. Now, like everyone in the stadium, we were hoping to catch a glimpse of hometown legend Scott from Reindeer Studios. We quickly realized we weren't going to be able to get any closer as people were lining up to meet him. He was surrounded by Jake, Legends Never Die, and the Drew, a vintage legacy. I had to give Scott a little hard time there. I actually ran into Scott on the show floor. He was the first person I saw that first night, and again at the YouTube meetup on Thursday night. Scott had a vending machine where we could purchase one of the custom cards that he had made. I got a Christy Mathewson, and Scott gave me a Harper and a Campanella. Okay, as I said before, I'm going to break this national trip into two parts. I don't want the videos to be too long, but so the second part will show all my major pickups from the card show. But, you know, one of the greatest parts of going to the national is meeting up with like-minded individuals, YouTube content creators, and that was just a blast. And so with that, I'll just show you a few of those individuals that I got to meet. Here's Rocket Rick J. And, of course, he autographed that for me. A Yankees fan, does like the Pirates as well. And looks like he started in February 2023. And his line is, "May all your collecting dreams come true." Rick, it was a pleasure meeting you. Out there in New Jersey, no, I didn't meet Robin Yount, but I did meet the vintage composer. And he autographed that. There's his card. That's a really neat card. Really like that. So, and if you have a chance, you know, check out all of these guys' channels. They're really neat. Jake, I wish you and I'd had more of an opportunity to sit down and chat. That's Jake from Legends Never Die. I love that card. Based off the 1956 design, I believe. And there's the back. Pretty darn cool. That's Jake again. And on the show floor, I ran into Victor and congratulated him on his new book. And there's his stickers. But yeah, he's got a new book out, so go check out Victor, the rookie card specialist. One of my housemates, Jason. Let's get into it. Everyday card collector. Now, Jason and this guy, Chris from Missouri, love the hat. Thanks again, Chris, for the hat. That's awesome. They got into, let me set that there. They got into an epic snore-off for a couple of nights. Well, for a while, it looked like Chris was going to pull off the win, but Jason bounced right back, and that epic snore-off was judged by Alex over there at Bowman 53 and Dave from the Legends of the Dugout. Now, tallying the votes there at the end, it looked like it was a draw, so no one is requesting a rematch, I can tell you that. I'm just giving you guys a hard time. It was awesome meeting both of you. Loved listening to both of your stories and seeing the cards that you had picked up. Next, Eddie. I'll scoot that a little bit out of the way, move that back here. Eddie. All right, so this is some of Eddie's work on this card. It's a mosaic, and what he does is he takes, well, it even says it on the back here. He takes, let's see, where does it say it? I know it says it here someplace, bear with me. Oh, in addition to making content on YouTube, he dabbles in mosaic art using paper from magazines instead of traditional tile or glass. I think that's really cool. And that's a picture of Eddie right there. And Eddie, I fully expect you to get that letter out to West Stock here in the next couple of days. You know what I'm talking about, and I'm going to be hounding you about it as well. So, Eddie, what a pleasure to meet you. So let's get that back here. How about old For Collectors and YouTube channel 3D 80s Kid. Now again, you'll see him on For Collectors with Theo, who was another one of my roommates, and looks like he is 25 out of 99. John. And here's the back of that card. These are so cool. Hometown out there in Oregon. And John gave us also a slabbed Fred Rogers. This is so, I watched Fred Rogers as a kid. I dug it. So this is really cool. I'm going to put this in my office. So Fred Rogers and hey, SGC 8. And here's the back of that. John, you were awesome. It was great getting to know you as well. I'm going to set that off camera here. I don't have a holder for it. Next up was, I mentioned Matt earlier, and let's see here we go. So Matt was giving out graded cards, and I think everybody got one. I think Bo Jackson 1990 scorecard. This is a pretty iconic photo, graded in a 9, and I'll set that down, and Bo on the back. So that's really neat. I'm going to move these out of the way for now. And the other one I grabbed was this PSA 8 Paul Molitor 1979 Topps, Milwaukee Brewers. And that's the back of that card. Matt, that was so generous of you to, yeah, I don't know what to say. Just thank you so much for these cards. And I just want to say thank you to you and Sarah, especially. You guys gave me that ride from the airport. I appreciated that. You hauled us back and forth, and Sarah gave us a home base there with the table at the show, so we could catch a break every now and again. That was just very considerate of you guys. So again, appreciate that. We'll put Paul Molitor back here for now, and then. How about old Eric, 4-leaf? Got a chance to meet Eric without the beard. I kind of snuck up on him and made him guess who I was and tortured him for a little bit, and then I told him who I was. But anyway, Eric every year does this 4-leaf $5 finder's fee. So the idea is you take the $5 and you go out and you find something that would fit into his collection. So this is his card. See, Eric, I told you that I told you I lost it and then I found it. It was in my bag. It slipped out. So, sorry about that. But anyway, yeah, 4-leaf cards, and on the back there, signed, and he lists all the teams and such that he's collecting. That was pretty cool, Eric. Thanks for letting me be a part of that. All right. And then there's Joe. And Joe is my 1953 brother because he's completed the set. And Joe, thank you so much for bringing your set so that we could take a look at it. So again, that's Joe at Four Soft Corners. And gave me a George Brett. Man, I love this card. Raleigh Fingers. Of course, I'm an A's fan. Or at least I used to be. Anyway, so I don't know. I don't collect modern, but I've mentioned a few times on other channels, these Topps Chrome Platinum cards. I think that's what they are called. They're really, really neat. I love this card. I've been thinking about trying to pick up a few of them, Joe, so thank you. I appreciate it. And then check out the Hometown Heroes of Tony La Russa and Dave Stewart. I think Dave Stewart won 4 consecutive 20-game seasons, had 4 consecutive 20-game seasons, win seasons. I'm fairly certain that's the case. And Catfish Hunter here on a Gypsy Queen. And another Catfish Hunter. It's a really neat image there. Rest in peace, Catfish Hunter. And my man, Ricky Henderson. This is a 1985 Topps. There's the back of that. That's in really nice shape, Joe. Thank you. That's perfect for my collection. Here we got a Vita Blue. Of course, it's a little painful to see now that Jim Hunter's over here with the Yankees, the dreaded Yankees. And Jim Palmer's on that card. And there's the back. We've got a Rod Carew. And a Don Sutton. And I am trying to put together a Don Sutton run, so it actually fits really well into that. And again, I forgot to put old George up there, so I guess they're going to fall off, so I'll just take them down for now. All right. Next we have Picker Jim. I'll tell you what, one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Gave me this button, 1988 American League champions. No, we were not World Series champions because we lost to the Dodgers. You know how hard it is for me to say that? But this is really cool button or pin. Thank you. And that's not all though. He gave me some Ricky Hendersons here. I love that image. It looks like he's half sliding, half leaping over the catcher there. I don't know, that must be Joel. I'm going to guess that's Joel Skinner of the Indians. Here we have Record Steel. It's a Leaf card, Ricky Henderson. I'm not familiar with these so much, but there's the back. And you know Ricky's headed to second there. On a Pinnacle card. Hey, you know what? Check that out. He's blowing a bubble. I bet he just opened up a pack of 1988 Topps. All right. See, he chews the gum, people. All right, and here's another one. Gold Rush. Ricky sliding in. Another Pinnacle. Great image there. Clear that out. And check out this card. I don't know if you can see that on camera very well, but it's Ricky in the background. And of course, in his earlier years with the gold and green. There's the back. Another Fleer Ultra from, I think, 92. Good looking images there on the back of that. Last one. Jim, thank you so much once again. I wish you and I would have had a little bit more of a chance to talk. Get so busy at these meetups that you run into so many people that you go from one conversation to the next, and sometimes you don't get to spend as much time as you would like with some of these individuals. So anyway, there we go. Thanks, Jim. And now, from the Hammer 44 collection, Nolan Ryan. And check this out. Now, you've seen these on a few different channels. I know Dylan and John Mangini are doing them, but kind of a custom slab. This is really neat. I was really, really thoughtful. I love that. Check it out there. From the collection of Hammer 44. This is a 1983 Topps card, but it gets even more special. So on the back, Pack pulled in 1983, Dairyland Food Mart in Salem, Indiana. Gifted to my friend Drew, 2024. And he grades that as an 8. Hammer, I tell you what, this was really cool. I really appreciate this Nolan Ryan card. So thank you so much. And I also want to thank you for taking the time and walking the floor with me for, I don't know how long it was, but I know we spent quite a bit of time searching for my 1955 Clemente, and so I wanted to thank you for all your help, and I also wanted to thank Theo for all of his help. He gave me some advice and some pricing guides to kind of go off of, and so I appreciated those conversations from those two guys. So stay tuned. I got a video here of a wax pack war that we had in the old, well, we're calling it the frat house. So we had, in case I didn't mention it, we had, I don't know, probably up to, 15 people or so staying at the house at one time with only 2 bathrooms. So, you know what? At times it might have been a little bit of a pain to try to catch the bathroom, but all in all, it was a lot of fun, and I wouldn't change anything about it. So, but I got a little video coming up here in a moment, but I'm going to show you the show floor first.
Wristbands or badges, please. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Are you Orlando? Are you Orlando?
Just look at how, like, this looks podgy. That looks right. The buttons are different on top, but that means we have to.
Well, next is that wax pack rip battle I mentioned, but real quick, I wanted to thank Dave from Legends of the Dugout one more time. Dave, thank you so much for getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning and taking me to the airport and helping me with that cattle call that was an autograph line, and also for coming through and getting us a place for the meetup on Thursday. Adam from Adam's Vintage Sanctuary and Pastor Craig, it was a pleasure to meet you guys. Once again, Chris from Missouri, pleasure to meet you. And poor Chris and Billy Ball Game and a couple of other buddies from Missouri, they were orphaned and they had a chance to put up with our nonsense in the old frat house as well. Dan from Vintage Baseball, looking forward to getting to know you better. Alex from Bowman 53, it was a pleasure getting to know you, and I hope that we get to know each other better down the road. Theo, one more time, thank you so much for all your help and giving me some advice on my hunt for the Clemente rookie card. All right, let's get into that pack rip.
It's only
All right.
6 years.
I got a Hall of Famer already.
Here's the fraternity pack war.
Already Hall of Famer, baby.
Here we go. What do we got?
Tim Raines.
There's one.
You gotta save the gum.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to put it on my knee here to make it extra tasty.
Eventually is to have the
Clemens is a Hall of Famer, right?
No. Come on.
and then
Steve Sachs. Oh, I should have got his autograph. Could have had him sign that card.
The yips, the shanks.
Yep. Shanky.
But
I don't have to show them all, right? Only the Hall of Famers.
and maybe it's
Why would he hear the names? Come on. Yeah.
I'm good on top.
Kent Urbeck.
Show 'em.
Oh, yeah.
Eddie Milner.
Eddie Miller. Reds, right? Reds and Beds.
Jose Kendo.
Cardinals.
Yes. Dave Stewart. He should be in the Hall of Fame.
Is he on the A's at that point or Dodgers?
Athletics. Billy Ripken. Yeah, that's a Hall of Famer. Kind of, sort of. His brother. Billy Buckner. Red Sox Hall of Fame. I got every one of these in the Hall.
Great hitter.
Yes.
You're in good shape.
Bill Schroeder.
You know, this is not.
Roger Clemens. Juicing Hall of Fame. McGriff.
There's one.
There, I got two.
He's pretty safe, I think.
You got two?
Yeah, so far, Mike. I don't know who this is. Mike Trujillo.
No.
Trujillo, pitcher for the Red Sox.
UB Brooks. Oh, Ripken. Cal. Real Cal.
The real Cal. All right. You got three. Good number.
I don't know who that is. And that's it. 3 Hall of Famers.
All right.
3 Hall of Famers.
Joe?
I'm gonna lick my gum for whoever has to use it.
How many other people have packs?
Hold the
Joe, there
card
might be a
up.
little bit of Copenhagen
Show us
on
the
that
cards,
gum.
Joe.
You read yours?
Yes.
This one is
No.
insane.
That's why it's easy.
Glenn Hubbard with
So,
Hall of Famer.
Let me come around.
no anaconda. John Farrell, Casey Kendall, Greg Swindell, Tony Armas, Dan Pesqua, Bob Patterson, Rick Roden, Bill Madlock, Brett Butler, Mike Marshall, Jerry Roos.
I'm liking how this is. I'm good.
Wait a minute. Did you get a zero?
Yeah, I got 0.
You got a zero.
Come on, one.
Well, I know somebody's chewing.
Come on, one, baby.
Medic.
You can't lose to a 0, Eddie.
Sure hope not. Okay. Gum's already in 2 pieces.
Hey, if you guys tie, you have to chew it together.
That was not part of the
Okay,
deal.
what was that Chris said again?
Lady in the Tramp.
If they tie, they have to chew the gum like Lady and the Tramp.
All right.
I will quit you. Todd Benzinger, Cecil Fielder, Ron Blomberg, turn back the clock, first DH.
First DH ever.
Doyle Alexander, Tom Niedenfuhr. Oh, this is getting rough.
It's like Joe's gonna have a partner.
Bobby Bonilla, Mr. $1 million. Juan Nieves. Win a trip to spring trip? No. The glossy Sindens. Neil Heaton.
I'm liking this.
Juan Castillo. John Marzano. Jim Lindemann. Tom Henke.
Good reliever.
Matt Noakes. Greg Brock. Drew Hall.
Wow, that was bad. Are they gonna do paper rock scissors or are they
All right.
No, we both have to do that.
There we go.
Here we go, Mr. Babe.
Are we waiting till
Let's
we're
see what we got.
to-
We got Dave Schmidt.
Not Mike.
We got Manny Trio. We got Tom Nieto. Jose Guzman. Kevin Seitzer.
That was a good card.
Gold Cup card.
Yeah.
Harold Reynolds. All very good.
Members HR.
Rick Shue. Tim Conroy.
I'm digging this collation.
Jerry Royce. Dave Palmer. Johnny Ray.
Not Jim.
Jim Traber. Lloyd Mosby. Danny Heap. And Bob Patterson.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
The commish is next.
They're all chewing on it.
All chewing.
Those are some bad cards.
We'll do it all on camera at the same time.
Yeah.
Evidence that we did it.
All right. Mario Santo. A checklist. Is there Hall of Famers? Does that count?
No, no,
Roger Clemens.
Try.
no.
Shane Mack. Jim Traber. Lloyd Mosby.
Sounds like the same collation.
Oh man. Dave Parker.
I think these are repacks.
Keith Atherton. Kelvin. I don't. Clue. Kim Schrom. Crap. Nope, this ain't it. Mark McGuire and Kaseko. Pete O'Brien. Damasco Garcia. Mark Hitchhorn. Highcorn. And then Tim Walken.
Wallach.
Whatever.
Tim Wallach.
Skunk Edge again.
Mine?
Alright.
Who's left?
I got one left.
Back in the day.
Man, so we got 3 people that got skunks so far?
Four in a row.
The other ones, they were like 5 years. Yes, Ellis Brooks.
All right.
Parks, right. I'll show you my last pick.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Charlie
Oh, nice.
Leo?
You got it. All right.
Looking for the year.
Henry Cotto. Sparky
Yeah.
Anderson's in the hall, right?
Yeah, Sparky Anderson.
So,
That doesn't count.
all right, how about Carlton Fisk?
All
right.
Color is great, registration.
Pete Rose?
And this card is just.
Nope.
Leon Durham?
Everything. You're never going to get the
Jack
You want his face
Lazorko?
to go like that, you know, with the really good registration. Now, this-
Gary
I know they have
Lucas?
to. Thank you for showing me that.
Mickey Hatcher? Mike Campbell?
Yes, I got that one.
John Cangelosi?
And then
Alvin Davis, pretty good ball player.
Yankees picked him up like 3 years ago.
Collection. Thank you.
I think he got a ring with the Yankees.
Bobby Denier?
As you know, are
And
super hard.
Marvell Wynn?
This is Fisher.
And Jeff Robinson. I'm free.
Tip top.
This is the first time I've never had to chew the gum.
He's got
Joey, over here.
I'm not so sure.
All right.
And
Give me the people that are going to chew.
Joe,
Who's chewing?
take a break.
Why don't you get them lined up all together?
Yes, that's what we're doing.
Like this.
Joe's over there picking his butt.
Shoes though. Maybe yeah.
Eddie needs a whole piece. Here, hey, Eddie's cheating. Here's a full piece, Eddie. I only licked it 3 times.
Oh. Wait a minute.
Wait, is that full piece?
All right.
Chew the gum.
3, 2, 1.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That a boy.
My tooth.
Chewing gum like that.
Who wants my
Got my
piece?
sister pregnant.
Everybody all right?
Wash it down with like fireball, boys.
Thanks for participating,
Yeah, it
guys.
disappears. It's going away.
You're a ball. You're in the gum. Hey, we gotta see your mouth empty. Whoa. Drew was posting this, otherwise I would have made a comment.
Have a good night, guys.